Hello and welcome to Chord Dave Live number 91 because I just keep coming back for more. I don't know what else to tell you. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you are doing well. It's great to see you, as it always is. So many of you dropping into the chat, which is cool. But yeah, let's talk about guitars and things. We had new releases, of course, this week from Gibson and Epiphone, which are interesting. We did video about the Gibson, but not the Epiphone, because the Epiphone is boring, and the Gibsons are a little bit more interesting. Of course, some people think the Gibsons are terrible, so that's as usual. So we'll talk about it all and stuff, and I'm sure lots of other things that came out this week and stories and things. So let's get into it and see what the Three Chord Dave community is thinking. And by the way, just a reminder, if you're new, you got to hit the subscribe button and you got to wait for a whole minute and then you can chat to us. And if it is your first Three Chord Dave live experience, make sure you hit that button, the like one, and then say hello to us, because we want to hear from you and we want to say hello and all that sort of stuff. Now let's get into the chat, see how we get on, and we'll get through a lot. Scott Bogfoot, of course, was here first because he's magic. Michael Tweska is here as well. Great to see you, Michael. Hope you were doing well, my friend. Says, I wonder if Dave is going to do a big reveal today. He will finally tell us the three chords he knows. Scott says, I think one is an augmented chord. It's no secret, really. It's C add 9, C plus, and C3PO. Those are the three chords that I generally play. They're good. They get me where I need to go. Formerly known as T is here. Says, hey, Three Chord Dave. Hello to all in chat. Greetings from Ireland. What a place to be from. Ryan's here. Says, how's things? Great to see you, Ryan. Hope you're well, my friend. T asks, did anyone see the Fender... let me completely find that because it just whipped away from me. Waylon Jennings telly, 25 grand, and that's for euros. Yeah, that was a weird one. Not a fan of it myself, but hey, I'm sure some people are. 25,000 euros worth of a fan. Ryan said the telly is crazy. And Scott says, yeah, Ryan, I didn't catch the price though. 25,000 euros. F of that. Yeah. Yeah, it'd want to be something amazing for 25 grand. D says, what does cladding the guitar in leather do to the sound? Everyone will be going on about the wood. Clad wood in leather, 25 grand, please, sir. Mad looking guitar. I thought the first time I saw it, because I just glanced at images that weren't like close-ups or anything, and I thought, oh, they've brought out another relic thing that looks like it's being beat to hell. That's how bad my vision is getting. And then I saw more like proper pictures of it. I was like, oh, who's gonna want that? That sounds terrible. So yeah, I don't really know what cladding it in leather does or why you would want it. I guess it has a soft touch. Who knows, man? Who knows? Ryan says, honestly, wouldn't buy it for 1/10 of that. Appreciate the work that went into it, but the aesthetics are more suited to an Easter chocolate than a guitar. I think that's true. I think, yeah, if it was 2,500, I would still be not interested. It seems to me like a very niche taste, that one. Maybe there's enough leather enthusiasts, if you get what I'm saying, to be into it. Like people who like leather on everything, including guitars. Who knows? Scott says a leather bound thing is an old cowboy trick to keep guitars from dying in the desert, hot days, cold nights, dry. I always understood it to be a thermal insulator and added protection. And Ryan says, I do like the leather cowboy look on a lot of guitars. That specific one, it doesn't do it for me. I've never been a big fan of it, to be honest. It's I mean, I suppose it gives you something different. I don't know. For an electric guitar, it's a bit weird. Do any manufacturers offer a leather bound guitar for sale today? I think Gretsch used to do it on acoustics, obviously. Martin did like a leather cover thing for the D28, I think, for Elvis. And Scott says maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. Ryan says, yeah, T, I saw that. Gretsch did one too for Chet Atkins. Very interesting stuff here about whether leather should be on a guitar. I don't know. Who knows what will come out in the future? Probably more nonsense. But 25,000 seems like a crazy I don't know. It's like it's like a custom shop guitar and everything. But wow, yeah, that's phenomenal. And leatherwork ain't cheap either, so that's probably why. But there we go. Hi guys, says Richard Clark. Can't believe I missed your live stream, Scott. I had a notify set and I didn't know it happened. There we go. That's the first time hearing of a live stream, to be honest, from Scott. So yeah, I wish I had known too. But hey, Richard, thanks for joining and letting us know about that. Scott says, I didn't see any reason not to construct an acoustic guitar. I don't see any reason not to construct an acoustic guitar out of hide leather. Would it work? Think that would work? I honestly have no idea. So someone in the DIY guitar project contest, if you build a guitar to hide leather, you will get some bonus points for that one. I'm not gonna try that. I missed one of the big important things. Is Saturday night, so sláinte to you, my friends. Tonight's beer, because you always ask me, is O'Hara's Irish Stout, which is award-winning. It doesn't say which awards, just award-winning and brewed in Ireland. Roast, what does it say? Stout with a robust roast flavour and a dry espresso-like finish, which I can concur with. It does indeed have those things. So yeah, it's really good. So anyway, cheers to you guys out there talking about guitars and things. Can't believe, I think that's the first time I forgot to do the old sláinte at the start of the show. But there we go. Things happen, 91 episodes, Let me see what else we got. I want one of those Gretsch roundups. Those are cool with the leather sides. I mean, hey, if I get one, I'll give it to you. I promise. Yeah, not my, not one that's on the guitar wish list, is it? Did I make a guitar wish list of it? I can't remember everything that's on that so far. I'll be honest, I haven't been writing them down, so I need to go through the list of what's on guitar wish list and what isn't. T says, I saw that one, Ryan. Another mad looking guitar. There's a lot of mad looking guitars out there lately. Ryan says, Scott, it would absorb too much of the sound unless it was hardened. Yeah, that makes sense. You see, thinking about it logically, that would make sense. T says, someone has to say it. It has to be beer time. It's always beer time on a Saturday, which is good. As my knees hurt says, when I get up, it's beer time. That works for me. Scott says, that was my fault. I'm sorry, Richard. I bumped around the time. Tomorrow's will be set in stone. Cool. So we all get a live stream with Scott Bogfoot tomorrow. That's great to know. I will look forward to it and try to join in if I'm free. I am quite busy on Sundays, so I'll try to be free though. I think most of my stuff is early in the day. But hey, you do your thing, whatever time suits you, and I will head off. And join you as soon as I can. Formerly known as T says, I wonder, will the captain be sending KDH a victory amp to review and hang on to? Oh man, I didn't think we were going to get into this. Ryan says, I was thinking that too, T. I would actually be surprised if the whole thing, wouldn't be surprised. Hang on. I would be surprised. I would actually be surprised if the whole thing was paid advertisement. To be honest, I like KDH though. I would be surprised. I think KDH is very good at uncovering things that are going to get a lot of views on YouTube. Like he's done it with the Rob Chapman stuff before. He's had a few videos where he's basically gone, what's going on with this? And I think he's very good at that sort of thing. I thought his video was very good. He was balanced about it. He made some very good points, and he made it so that Lee Anderton couldn't come back at him and be like, negative towards him or angry towards him or anything. He did everything he should do, which must be applauded. I think it was a very good video. And I think that Lee Anderton was left a little bit red-faced and had to make his apology video, which was very smart of him. He did it very well. But yeah, he's also got a long time of not acknowledging his ownership in that amp brand. And I think I've said it for years. I'm sure there's more comments about this, but just before I dig into those, I've said this for a long time. I like Anderton's videos. I think they make some quality content, But if I'm looking for a review of something, I wouldn't go to Anderton's video because they're, and Lee says this in his apology kind of video. He's like, they're trying to sell stuff. That's their job. That's the job of that YouTube channel. Whereas somebody more independent, like a Phil McKnight or Colin from Guitaristas, say, people like that who are actually independent of manufacturers, you know, for the things that they're reviewing, or have been very upfront about things that they've been sponsored by and stuff like that. You can trust them a lot more than a store. I'm not saying stores are not trustworthy. It's just they're going to make that thing sound as good as they do. That's why they have people like Danish Pete, who's a great guitar player, playing it, and not someone like me. Because I might make it sound not as good as he would. Well, obviously, he's going to make it sound a million times better than I would. So that's why they do that. And actually, one of my main kind of inspirations for starting this channel was like, well, I'm not a great guitarist. I don't know what that guitar is going to sound like in my hands when I get it, when I'm watching Anderton's videos, say, or whoever's videos I was watching at the time. And so I was like, well, I'll start a channel and I'll make videos playing guitars and be like, this is what it's actually like in the hands of just some dude who's not a great guitar player. And what I found out is that on YouTube, people savage you for not being a very good guitar player. So yeah, I quickly stopped and changed approach. But it was one of my thoughts when I was starting the channel, that it would be an interesting thing, because I always thought stores have a bias. And you need to remove that bias from any kind of review or even overview, because they can make something look amazing. And then when you buy it, you're like, wait, I don't sound like Danish Pete or Rob Chapman or anybody else who's on their videos. And it's because they're really good. That's their job. And yeah, they're entertaining videos, but don't trust any opinions from them, I would say. So the fact that for 10 years or so, they've been recommending this amp brand and not disclosing, hey, we kind of have an ownership in it, it's kind of shady. So I think KDH did a great thing for the guitar community by releasing that video. I also think it's a bit weird. Andertons knew it was coming and they didn't do anything. He didn't come out and go, hey, by the way, I own a little bit of Victory amps and I always have. If he'd done that, as KDH said in his follow-up video, it would have taken all the wind out of the sails. So it's a bit weird that they didn't. So maybe there was something. It would surprise me though. KDH seems like the kind of guy who, you know, stands on. He wants to make those videos in the future where he's investigative and has uncovered something and been like, look at that. That's the thing that I found out, and get like 1 million views beyond guitar.com front page of their honestly terribly redesigned website. And he wants to be known as, and I'm pretty sure he wants to get to 100,000 subscribers, which he's like a third of the 3/4 of the way there. So, you know, he's doing a good job. I like what he does, and those videos he does are interesting. So I'm sure he's above board. If he ends up with a Victory amp in the background in the next few weeks, just tell, you know, please correct me. Anyway, Michael says, time for Mexican food. I got some street tacos and a steak quesadilla. Next is nap time. Dude, so nice that you guys come here just to make me hungry and want my nap. Yeah, very cool, Michael. Enjoy the food and the nap. That's cool. T says, I don't know, maybe, but I don't think Lee was too happy about making the video. Lots of edits. There was lots of edits. I'd love to hear the outtakes. I think what was happening there was maybe he was falling over his notes and just tripping himself up a little bit. And maybe a few curses were thrown in, a few negative words. Damn him for making me make this video and that sort of thing. But there you go. Obviously, it was something that they didn't want out there for various reasons. Some of them understandable, some of them less so. And yeah, now it's out there that they're a part of it. I wonder how much it'll affect sales. Probably a little, I would imagine. Honestly, if they'd said, hey, we own Victory, I don't know if it would make me feel any different about it, but someone who's very into their amps and stuff might be. You guys let me know if you knew that it was their brand. Would it affect you and your purchase? Yeah, let me know. Glenn Bailey is here as well. So says hello all, which is great to see. Glad to have you with us as always, Glenn. And my personal hero, Muddy H2O, is here with a super chat. He says, before KDH discovers my secrets, I want to let you know that I own 87% of Dave's mind. No, he doesn't, but I do appreciate your thinking that you do. That's cute. But thanks, Muddy. You are one of the top 4 people I know from the state of that state that you live in. And not to give your information on the internet, but he does live on planet Earth, people. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, thanks, sir. You're kind. William Forrest is here. Great to see you, William. Hope you're well, my friend. Ryan says, nice, Michael. I'm making steak tacos too. Got a nice ribeye, and my neighbor makes fresh pico de gallo. Gallo? Can't pronounce things. You guys know that. And tortillas. I hate you guys for making me hungry. Thanks. My knees hurt is here. Says, I have no idea who KDH is, but I keep hearing about it. He is another YouTuber. He's another Irish YouTuber who talks about guitars and things. He has very long hair, and he is quite a decent guitar player. So yeah, if you see an Irish guy who's a good guitar player on YouTube, it's probably him. Scott says, anyone new here, welcome. You'll have to subscribe and then wait a minute before you can chat in the best chat on YouTube. And make sure you do say hello if it's your first time, because that's what you do when it's your first time. Just say hello. My knees hurt says, pizza for me today, homemade, of course. Guys, come on, give me a break. I don't get to eat at this hour of the night. Gotta go to bed right after this, so there's no eating involved. It's just beer, sleep, wake up in the morning, do it all again. I do have some news for you. I'll probably keep it till towards the end of the show as well, because I don't want to make a big deal of it, but it may affect the channel. I don't know. Marsha's here, says, hey guys, I only have a moment or two here. Just had to pop in to say hi and help. 4 children under the age of 4. I love children, but I'm so beat up here. Not used to all the action. And then my niece hurt, says, Marsha doing okay, except for the guitar action. And Marsha is back. Yeah, it's great to see you, Marsha. I hope you were doing well. As I mentioned couple weeks ago, Marsha did drop me a message to say that she was going to be listening and checking in on the streams after the event, because she had some stuff she was doing. So good to see you, Marsha. Thanks for dropping into the chat to say hello this evening. It's great to see you. Scott says, my pizza is in a box on my countertop. I'll be there too soon. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Marcia says, I'm not quite back, but still not back home. It was great of you to pop in to see us. My knees hurt, says, that sounds horrible, Marcia. Chaos on legs, 8 legs of chaos. Yeah, I couldn't be dealing with that, to be honest. Scott says, that's it, everyone hit the like button. Yeah, absolutely. Marcia be angry. We've 16 likes, 32 people watching. So that's not a good ratio, guys. You got to hit that like button a little bit more, so that stuff happens, and YouTube will, I don't know, start not hating this channel again. Maybe, who knows? That's unlikely, to be honest. YouTube hates this channel, I think. I think actually Gibson reported this channel, and I've been getting bad karma from that ever since. But hey, it's all good. Just a quick moment before they get up from nap, says Marcia. Well, hey, yeah, listen, take that time and enjoy yourself. My name's Hurt, says, that looks like a tasty beer you have there, Dave. I'm on Irish Death, but soon to be on Kilt Lifter 7.8. Wee. I was in with the beer section today. My knees hurt, and I was thinking I found a bottle of beer, and I can't remember the name of it now, but it was like a 12.8% something or other, like that, something like that. And I was like, my knees hurt, would love this beer. It was quite expensive. It was like $10 a bottle though, or €10 a bottle. So I was like, maybe like Christmas. Who knows? Because it'll do 2 things: knock me out, and it's $10. So that pushes over the cost of this live stream to just unstable, unsurmountable costs there of €10. Mike says, hi everyone. Hope the likes before. I hope the likes before you start count. Love the show. It does indeed, Mike. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, all the likes count before and after. It's all great. So thank you for that. Ryan says, that's how it's done, Scott. I like pizza an hour after it's been cooked at room temperature. I feel like there's so much wrong with that that I'm just not gonna get into it. But yeah, okay. Uh, we're gonna have pizza arguments, aren't we? Like pineapple and all that sort of jazz. Um, which is fine. Don't let's not go there. It'll just get weird. It's already weird. So it's weird enough. Now let me catch up on this. Where are we? There we are. Okay. Mar says, I really miss being here, guys. Replays just aren't the same. I can't push people around to liking and subbing to Chord Dave. Yeah, I know it's one of those things, unfortunately. And we miss you in the comments. Actually, we do every week. It's just not the same. There's not the same level of fear in the chats when people aren't hitting the like button and subscribing. Let's see if they gone up straight away. They have 24 likes. That's much better, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. That's super cool. Scott says, say hi, we can't bite due to internet constraints until Elon comes up with some sort of thing that allows you to bite people who don't say hi. And Elon, if you're watching, that's something you should be working on, although I fear it would be used in different ways. T says, hey Marsha, 4 kids to keep you busy. All right, it's character building. Hope life gets back to normal soon. Just 4 is like, that's 4 too many. Anyway, I made 3 pizzas yesterday, up to the last of the ingredients today. Man, I love pizza. And I don't have any pizza, so there you go. Andrew Collins says, are you going to purchase one of those Les Pauls in those cool colors? R.I.P. Jimmy Buffett. I guess we can talk about Les Pauls, whether I'll be buying one or not. So this is a question that Muddy H2O was very, very interested in. He has been messaging me since Thursday, asking me which one I'm buying. Was it Thursday when they dropped, or was it Tuesday? Whenever the video went out. So he's been saying to me, you should get one. You should buy one. He's not buying one because he doesn't want a Les Paul. I don't particularly want a Les Paul either. So, but I really like those Les Pauls. I like the colors they've put them out in, and I think they're just pretty cool. However, one of my let's see if I can get a picture uploaded through this platform. Have I done that during a show yet? Using this streaming platform? I don't know. And this is 100% happened recently. I was talking to the artist formerly known. Oh shit! No, that's not what that's supposed to do. I was talking to the artist formerly known as Muddy H2O, and I was telling him about this guitar that I really like, and that I was thinking of buying from. Why is this not? There we go. From Reverb, and then they basically re-released that same guitar. So yeah, this is one of the guitars. I'll show you now. It's just taking a second to upload to the thing. Actually, I'm kind of worried it'll knock us off, but that's fine. We'll get you back eventually, or maybe. So anyway, I was saying, but then they've basically just re-released it, and it's €1,000 cheaper. There we go. It's just replaced my face. This is a 20 something. I think it's a 2015 traditional Les Paul traditional in ocean blue, and it's kind of, see, this is my problem. I could pay 3,200 for a brand new one, or I could pay 2,000 for this one. And what's different? The knobs, the case, and the G-Force tuners. I do kind of want to have a guitar with those in my collection at some point. But anyway, that's the whole thing. So am I going to buy one of the new ones? I don't know. But they're not going anywhere, apparently. They're going to be in the collection for a long time. They're not limited, so... I did check that, so I don't think I'm going to buy one soon, unless something happens and like $3,000 falls into my lap. Like, I don't know, say if YouTube was like, hey Dave, we've been keeping all this ad revenue from you. Here's $3,000 that we forgot to send you, which is unlikely. But if it happened, then maybe I would do something like that with it. But right now, no real. I don't think I'm going to But I do like that ocean blue a lot, and I like the Pelham blue, obviously, and I like the Inverness green. I think that's a cool one as well. Yeah, I think Inverness green is a really underrated color for any guitar. So yeah, cool stuff from Gibson. I like that they've finally added something new to the Les Paul lineup, which is good. My niece Hurt says Naughty Boy SG 1965 electric junior guitar cream yellow P90 right pickup. No, P90 pickup right-handed, $275. Anyone know what this guitar is? It's on eBay. I would somebody have a look at that. If it's $275, I doubt it's an actual 1965 Gibson SG. But who knows? Yeah, I'd say it's some sort of knockoff of the SG from maybe 1965 or maybe 65 specs. It sounds a bit odd. Scott Steves is here. Great to see you, Scott. Hope you are well. And Glenn Bailey says, what happens when the glue wears out? Does just fall off the guitar? Does what fall off the guitar? Is it just like the guitar in general fall apart? I don't think I've ever seen it, so I don't know. But yeah. Maybe something will fall off if there's something on it. Ryan says leather. The leather stuff. That's an interesting question. Ryan says leather pick guards are sick though. I mean, yeah, I'm not a big pick guard fan. I mean, I know a Telly has to have one, and so does a Strat, I suppose, and so does a SG. Outside of those guitars, just I suppose anything most Fenders have to. Whatever. People are going to prove me wrong now, I know. But anyway, Naughty Boy SG sounds like someone who frequented the GH with Dave's goth cousin. Get that in there before I have to go. I mean, it wouldn't be a live stream without Marsha mentioning the GH special. Or the GH. The GH special is something that'll come later, I am sure. Scott says, better than lace on a guitar. Oh man, don't even go there. Scott C says, when he's heard from China, it might be okay. Might be Fireword. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. I get you. It might be one of those. Yeah, that's your problem. It is a risk. Sometimes they'll be good, sometimes it won't be good. Probably with an 80-20 swing of 80 not so good and 20 not too bad. Manisha says, I made a carved leather pick holder this week. Valet tray. Very cool. It's a great skill to have. I wish I had some leather working skills, to be honest. Maybe someday. Maybe I'll learn. Who knows? I can't right now because, stuff. T says cows were harmed in the making of this guitar. I mean, it's only like the useless cows, the ones we had no use for. I think I hear children. If I stop talking, then you know why. We get you, Mark. Yeah, just try and be quiet. Pretend you can't hear them. Mark says that beer actually sounds quite good. I could use one. I'm sure, but for little kids around, yeah, absolutely. Money's says I love stouts. Yeah, the stouts are always top of the pile. Al is here. Great to see you, Al. Thanks so much for dropping in to see us. Hope you are doing well, my friend. I don't know if I saw you in the live stream since, but I did like your Les Paul that you posted on Instagram. Very cool stuff indeed. Slightly jealous, but hey, there you go. Stouts are really yummy, says Marsha. I love a good chocolate stout, but not when they're super sweet like chocolate milk. Yeah, that was the last one I got a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. There was it was like a chocolate syrup. It was ridiculous. But this one's pretty good. I like the whole vibe. But yeah, O'Hara's Irish beers are usually pretty good. Let me see. Mark Doolan's here. Great to see you. Says, hey dudes, another week gone too fast. I agree with that. I am giving my Epi Les Paul a good clean tonight as it's been sitting in a case for the last 2 years. Too many guitars is the problem. Or is it? Yeah, that's a good question, man. I have a guitar that stays in its case a lot. And the last time I opened the case, I was like, this is a great guitar. I should take it out more. And I went back in its case when I was finished with it, and it's been there ever since. And that number of too many guitars can be a very small number. Because I don't have that many at the minute. I have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need like 6 or 6.5 playable guitars right now. So yeah, so that's not a huge number. I've had like double that at times. So yeah, maybe time to get more. Mar says Dave didn't think someone would bring up the Victory amps thing. I was kind of thinking. I don't know. I watched it a couple of days ago. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. I've been busy. That's all it is. So yeah. It's yeah. I was hoping. I don't know. Matt Van Bosch says it's always beer/Dr. Pepper time. Oh man, Dr. Pepper. It's just gonna be flashbacks. It's just not the same as it used to be, man. But I do love Dr. Pepper from time to time. Even though I try to be healthy now, so I don't have it as much. But hey, beers. So. Ryan says, I like how almost every business now has won some sort of award. Like every restaurant here has voted best in Toronto. It's fun. Yeah. So the company I work for recently sent around an internal thing about how they had won an award for their, I can't say too much because you'll know who it is then, and they'll know who I'm talking about. But basically, it was an internal email went around about how they'd won this award at this festival, and it was a film festival because it was for a big advertising thing they'd done. And I happen to know from my film business experience that basically, if you enter this thing, and pay like $50, you get an award. So that I was laughing at it. It was kind of the most amateur thing I've ever seen a creative department do. The ad itself was actually terrible. The thing they did for around a large sporting event, it was terrible. They're claiming they won awards, but yeah, every business wins awards. The Chord Dave YouTube channel actually won an award recently. Greatest YouTube channel, run by a bald guy with a beard, who is from Ireland and drinks beer on a Saturday night on his 2-hour live stream. Yeah, won the best one of those. So it was really good. I was excited about that. Marcia says, I don't think KDH ever accepts money for reviews and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was trying to impart. I don't think he does. So yeah, I don't think there'd be any deal with Andertons. Mark Doolan says, hey Scott, lovely name there. There we go. And let's smash that like account for Dave, guys. Says Scott, I agree. That's a very good thing to do. Dean McCaskill here says, hey all, hey three, got my Fiesta Ventera the other day. Very cool. Those are nice. Hope you are enjoying it. Dean, obviously a very cool guitar indeed. Jess is here. Great to see you, Jess. Says Dave, I really want an Adam Jones Les Paul, Julie Heffernan, but I keep getting told it's overpriced. Should I treat myself? Jess, I really hate to disappoint you, Jess, but they're ridiculously overpriced. But if you want it, you should treat yourself. I fully believe in that. Those guitars, listen, there's nothing wrong with them. I just think the price is higher than I would have expected them to be by a lot. But if I was a big Adam Jones fan, if I liked the color, if I liked the artist, and I liked the print on the back, I would be like, fuck it, I'm buying it. So if you like it, Jess, and you want to do it, because yeah, I've seen some people who have bought them and they're really happy with them. So I hope for that, in your case, that you buy it and love it. That'd be super cool. Yeah, I mean, hey, I just wish they'd left them at $12.99. But if you can get one like for less than the price of, didn't I see Andertons was selling them? Somebody sent me a thing saying Andertons had them reduced. I think so. If you're in the UK, guys, Andertons might have a deal. Someone sent me this the other day on Instagram saying that they were reduced. Triple points. How much? Oh, they only now have the Sensations one, which is the new one. And then they have Gibson. See, this is the problem, right? You have $13.99 in English pounds for the Epiphone, but for $19.99 you can get a USA Adam Jones standard. I know it's a custom versus a standard and so forth, but I mean, you're getting a Gibson versus an Epiphone. So I don't know. I would say, let me see. Thomann definitely have the Julie Heffron one left, because I was looking at it today. Adam Jones self-portrait. Oh, amazingly, today the product has gone sold out. It's not sold out. They'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, definitely not. So yeah, I would say 100%. If you want it, if you like it, if you like the artist and you like Adam Jones that much, buy the guitar, because you will love it, and that's all that matters. So yeah, impressions. So yeah, hopefully so. Again, my personal superhero, Muddy H2O, with yet another super chat, because he is super cool and jumps to the front of the queue when he does that. Says, let's see the progress you've made in your kit guitar, please. Oh, and happy birthday. Well, I mean, as you know, I haven't got a kit guitar yet, so that's the progress that I have made. I haven't. And thanks for finally saying happy birthday to me 4 months late. I was waiting for that 4 months and a week late, but it's fine. I don't hold grudges. Lucky for you. But thank you, sir, for the super chat. Super chats pretty much are the only way this channel is making money right now, and which is my fault, I guess, for putting out videos that don't get 1 million views anymore. So yeah, thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and yeah, good. Thanks a million. And also, when I do have progress, I will let you know. But also, I have another guitar project that I haven't told you anything about yet. That'll be more fun. So just think about that. So Marsha says, Caden is very fair in his videos. He always gives a heads up to all parties and then gives them a chance to respond. I forgot Marsha was a mod over on KDH's channel. Now we know why she's defending him so hard. I get it. You're all in on it. There, Marsha. You've got the inside track. So yeah, it's all good. No, it's fine. Listen, I think he's a pretty cool guy. I like his channel. I like his videos, and I think he did a great job in that video. So 100%, I think that's one of the things I would point out, is that he was very fair. He wasn't attacking. He wasn't critical. He wasn't. He was basically laying out the facts. I thought it was a great video. He did very well. He did everything by the book the way it should be. It was very good. Please tell him that, and also tell him to send me over half of his subscribers. That'd be great. My niece says, I enjoy not being aware of drama. Look at you, my friend. Look at you. Al says, as far as KDH and Andertons, I don't really care. I'd still like Victory amps. Yeah, Al, that's a valid point as well. If it's a good product and it's what you want, that's all good. Where it would come down to, for me, an issue is if I was like, oh, I'm interested in the amp, but then I didn't know that their videos were, and I didn't, of course, like most people, that they were basically from the manufacturers themselves. They had, if it would curry their favor a little bit, so it'd make me feel a little. Now, I haven't bought anything from them that was a known brand or anything. Anything I've bought from them has been like, I bought an Epiphone and I bought a Fender product, and I've bought a Marshall product, which I won't talk about. But yeah, I've always had great customer service from Andertons. I think they're really well run. So I don't really like to talk negatively about them, but yeah, it would have been better if they'd just gone, hey, we are involved in that company. I think some people would be misled. Some people would be like, they're giving an honest review of that product. Obviously, people who watch this channel, I'm going to just say it, and I know everyone says this about their audience, but I think you guys are smarter than to think, oh, those guys are just reviewing that honestly, and if it was bad, they would tell us. Obviously, you guys are smart YouTube people because you're watching this channel. Kissing up to my audience. But no, like I've said that like loads of times, don't trust stores or people who are getting paid for reviews. And so I think you guys know kind of what we're talking about there when we do bring that up. But there you go. Anyways, Al, I think you're right. Like for most people, it wouldn't matter, but there's a handful of people out there it would matter to, because they didn't make an informed decision, made a decision uninformed. But I like how Andertons have handled it. I got to say that, like coming out, being straight up and being apologetic and stuff like that, that was the right thing to do. Um, but yeah, they probably got a little bit of a fine and a smack on the bum for it. So there you go. That's what happens when you don't disclose things. Ryan says, yeah, I was only kidding about the victory thing. Pretty sure Lee would love to not hear from KDH again. Yeah, that would be a good assumption, I would imagine. Scott says Andertons are fun to watch, or at least was. I still think they're very fun to watch. I think they put out some very good content, and you know they work very hard. They put a lot of good content out there, guitar related and other musical instruments what related was purely for entertainment. Very good. But like I've said, if I see a product on there that I like, I will go and check it out other places before I'll make a purchase. And same with Thomann. Like Thomann make a lot of guitar related videos. I'll see something there that I like, but I wouldn't trust their reviews because they are a store that I buy from and they are wanting to sell as many of those products as possible. Same with any store that is reviewing or demoing something, just innocently demoing it like, this is amazing. All right, well, we'll see what somebody else is doing. Somebody who also does constantly sponsored content. I don't generally watch their reviews. I try to get people who buy the thing without telling the company, hey, I'm buying this. So you know, I think Phil McKnight does that a lot. Who else? Chord Dave does it whenever he bothers his ass to make videos, which is very rare these days. People, you know, who just are independent of that. I think those are the ones that I watch for reviews. But for entertainment, I watch all of those. Well, they're like the stores and stuff. I think they'd make a lot of good videos. Anyways, never mind. It's all good. Both came out well, I think, from it. I think Andertons ended up coming out okay, and KDH come out, I think, with a lot of integrity as well. So good stuff to both of them. Richard says, what did he uncover? I knew he was connected to Victory for ages. It wasn't being hidden. I think the point in the video, Richard, and again, look, I'm not an amp guy, as you guys know. I bought a Marshall Code 25, goddammit. So I'm not an amp guy, and I was never looking at Victory amps or too concerned with them. So it really is not something that ever bothered me. But a lot of people said they weren't sure. There was no proof. They couldn't confirm, and it was never said that he was part of Victory. And then KDH, of course, shows proof in the video that he says, our friends at Victory, the people over at Victory, and that sort of things. It was always alluded to that it's a separate entity rather than he was involved in it in their videos. And he shows quite a lot of content showing that. Which is good that you knew, Richard, but a lot of people didn't. And a lot of people had been asking, you know, are they involved in it? Even though I think, and again, I hadn't been looking at it, so I don't really know, but I think people had been wondering for a while if it had been. Look, at the end of the day, he's a serial businessman who's making money off guitar and music-related products because that's his industry. He should have stuck his name on it, though, is the thing. Listen. It was an interesting topic for a video, and fair play to KDH for putting it out, because he could have faced a lot of backlash like he did with the Chapman stuff, but he clearly isn't worried about that, so fair play to him. William Farr says, KDH knows what he is talking about. Lee Anderton was just a little defensive, I think. It's a good takeaway, William. I do think so. And Ryan says, KDH probably already pissed him off with that whole Chapman thing. Yeah, I don't think they took that very well, and I think that took a while to calm down, because obviously the whole then backlash when Rob was telling his people, you know, to go to his channel and all that sort of stuff. But hey, we don't want to dig all that up again. Maneezer says, Pete Thorne could make a loaf of bread sound good. Yeah, he's fantastic. Absolutely. Yeah, he makes a lot of things sound good. So very cool dude indeed. Saw him at NAMM talking to lots of people. Very popular guy. As you say, there was a lot of people trying to get a hold of Pete Thorne. Very cool dude indeed. KDH loves the controversy, but he has a great point. Lee Anderton deliberately failed to disclose his involvement for a decade. It doesn't look good. I think you got a great point there, Matt. Yeah, not disclosed. One of the things, and this is what I commented on KDH's video, was you can see in videos, he shows video content where there's like three people, Danish Pete, someone else, and then Lee Anderton. in the middle. And all of the other people say, hey, I have to disclose I'm an artist with this company, I'm a signature artist, or I work with this company or whatever. Lee never says anything like that. And I think that's the damning part right there, is that it makes you think, well, what else are you not telling us about it? It's not great, but I think they've done all right with they've handled it well, I think is what I would say. I hope, that they just learn in future to keep disclosing things. That's how it should be. Muddy H2O has done another super chat, which is great. Must have got his allowance because it's the start of the month. Says, I never purchased any guitar based on some YouTuber's opinion. That said, I can't wait to get my new Chibson DG335 next week. Sir, I told you to use my affiliate link to buy that, but thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. Don't trust YouTubers. We're just a pack of dudes trying to make money on the internet, there are better websites for making money on the internet, I have heard. Those are things that we need to investigate more, perhaps. But yeah, I appreciate your super chat and your purchase of the guitar. By the way, if you want to buy guitars, if you're in the UK, a guitar store in the UK reached out to me this week. It's the Guitar Trade Centre. I believe they're in Scotland. There's a link in the description of all the videos if you want to buy some cool guitars, and they have vintage stuff. They have a lot of new stuff. They have some very cool guitars. There's a link in the description of all the videos now, and it just kicks back a little bit to the channel if you do buy from them. I believe they ship worldwide, so check them out. Jimmy there is looking forward to seeing some of you going over and checking out his stuff. Just go over and have a look at some of the video or some of the guitars they have. Some very cool stuff all the way back, all the way back. I think I saw some stuff from the 60s when I was there yesterday. So check that out, the Guitar Trade Centre. And if you're interested in buying something from them, make sure you click that link. Dean McCaskill says, say those Vintera saddles, the action screws are a little sharp. Anyone know if the American standard ones, which I already ordered, will fit? That's a great question, Dean. I have no idea, to be quite honest with you. Andrew Collins says, love that Danish Pete. I think Danish Pete's a very cool guitar player. He's a very interesting dude, for sure. T says, KDH is like a dog with the proverbial bone. Wouldn't want to be getting an email from him. Bit like you wouldn't want Jessica Fletcher calling for a visit. I mean, that's a reference, which I get because I'm old, but yeah, I like it, man. I like it. I wouldn't mind getting an email from him. I think it'd be quite fine, if he's like, hey Dave, I've discovered this thing about you. I'd be like, that's okay. It's about time everyone knew anyway. Ryan says, it's pretty obvious, I thought, Richard. Same with Thorpe. Well, there you go. Some people didn't. There you go. Mark says, I agree with Dave on the Andersons channel. In fact, Rob was hired specifically to help them make interesting advertising content. They were the first known channel to do it on that level. One of the first guitar channels I ever watched was Andersons, to be sure. They were just around before anyone else. Like looking at Slash guitars in 2007 or something like that, or was it 2010? They're one of the first to be making videos on it. Anyway, Dean McCaskill says, oh, and I got the Roadie 3, by the way. Haven't tried it yet. Is it still here? I have it. It's somewhere. There it is. Yeah, it's still not a vaping device contraption, but it does everything that you need it to do. It tunes things. You can tune metronome. You can do winder things with it. It's got settings. And my battery is, I think it's on like about still 20%. And I haven't charged it in about 2 years. I haven't used it much, but that's impressed me. The battery life is really good. Marcia says, you're going to love it, Dean. And if you use it, it's fun. It's for alternative tunings, it's really, really good. For sure. As long as you got some good tuners on your guitar. But yeah, great stuff there, Dean. My niece Hurt says, my friend bought a Tony Hawk skateboard deck in 87 and was super bummed that it couldn't do 540s. It ain't the skateboard, dummy. Hey, what are you talking about? It's not the skateboard. Should I return my order? Cancel my order for one? Because that sounds like something I would like. Take the time to get to know the alternative tunings features and set up a profile for each of your guitars. Yeah, Marcia, that's right. I actually did not know how to use it when I got it, and I named the guitar but what I actually should have done is just named the tuning I was doing. But it asks you, it's fine. It's you'll get it. It's very intuitive. It's very straightforward and easy to get used to. They have a lot of very smart features on that thing. It's very cool. So anyway, Jess says, I've never bought from Anderson's personally. I'm a peach girl. All right. Well, there you go. There's a lot that that I can take from that. Anderton's is fine. Peach. So the reason I've never bought from Peach is because Peach Guitars now is because, and they did have a guitar I really wanted this year, but I didn't buy it because they treated Colin from Guitaristas pretty badly when he was trying to return something that he received that was in bad condition. They basically refused to return it from him, said that he had done the damage, which I didn't think was cool. But it's good to know if you've had good experience with that store, Jess. So that's cool, because I always think, how should I say this properly? You do get like negative experiences talked about louder than positive ones. And so it's cool. I always like to shout out companies that do things well when I use them. But it's hard to, because sometimes you just forget, because this is the way it should be. But anyway, great to know where you get your guitars from. I get most of mine from Thomann. So I only buy from anywhere else if Thomann can't get what I'm looking for, which is happening more and more lately. They still have a lot of stuff, but I think they're burning some bridges with their Harley Benton stuff. Might go into that in a little bit, like in a few weeks' time when I get a little bit of information. I'm going to email them and do an investigative video. What's going on? Al says, KDH wants to be the 60 minutes of YouTube guitar community. Somebody's got to be. That's all I'm going to say. Somebody's got to be, and I don't have 60 minutes. So it's not it's not going to be me. If I can't get a video out in 59 minutes, ain't happening. Jess says, love tacos. I like tacos. I'm just not sure why. Yeah, they're very nice. T says, I like Anderton's videos as well. Very entertaining. Agreed. And Al says, again, don't care. It's valid as well. That is valid, Al. Mark says, yeah, I was thinking that the other day, like Dateline. Interesting. I think that he should incorporate the intros and stuff to his next one. That'd be very good. Let me see what else we got. Only 87%, but you control 96.7. He likes to think he does. Matt Van Bosch says, Lee Anderton definitely responded far better than Rob Chappers did. No unchecked hubristic bullshit internet power. Yeah, remember that? That wasn't a good look at all. Has he deleted that? I presume he has. That wasn't good. My knees hurt. Sounds like unnecessary drama, or KDH. All drama is unnecessary. Like 98% of it is unnecessary. But yeah, you are right. But that's what it's what YouTube demands. I mean, doing a video about Gibson released a new guitar doesn't get views anymore. Epiphone released a new guitar, doesn't get views anymore. Here's a leak of like some guitars that are coming out in 5 months' time. Doesn't get you the views. What you've got to be controversial. You got to be stirring something up, or YouTube doesn't want to know. Maybe Twitter does, or X, because apparently people are making shitloads of money posting shit on Twitter, and I post shit on YouTube, so I could do it on Twitter and make more money, perhaps. But yeah, it's all driven, guys. It's all driven by, you got to come up with something controversial on YouTube now. Otherwise, your videos don't get views. My video views are down, and not just because I hadn't posted in like a month, but like the average views on the channel are down like 40, like about 45% or so, which has dropped me out of monetization. In terms of last month, I didn't make enough money on YouTube to get paid, because they have a line where you have to make over a certain amount of money to get paid the next month. That's like 70 euros. I made 50 from last month. So it's all right. That'll get covered into the next month. It's not a big deal. But rightly enough, I didn't make a lot of videos last month. But the point being, on another month, like say a year ago, with the same number of videos, I would have made probably just over 100. So it's YouTube's pushing creators to do stuff like that, and some of us are resisting and not being clickbaity controversial people. At the same time, says the guy who bought a guitar to just put out a Chibson video to get a few thousand views. So, you know, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. People are trying to come up with stuff that is controversial, will start drama, and like as KDH said in his video, it was like 6 to 8 weeks he was working on it. So, you know, he's working on what's going to be controversial enough to get people talking in the guitar community, and he's doing a good job. I mean, he does a really good job of that sort of thing. I don't have the patience or the time to do that, so I won't be doing it. I'll be like, hey, here's some leaks from Epiphone, here's some Gibson news, here's some whatever. Stick around for it. So, you know, as soon as I get the good stuff, I'm sure YouTube will turn around. Glenn Bailey says, so that means that 13% of Dave's Mind belongs to Ryan's cute goth cousin. Nobody knows who owns anything in Dave's Mind, but it's certainly not me. Dean says, I'm not crazy about the way KDH goes after other channels. I actually ordered Victory Pedal entry-level Duchess, I think, as soon as I saw the video. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's a valid take as well. I'm not saying one is right or the other. I liked the video myself, but yeah, it's a valid point too. Richard says, I saw Lee's name attached to Victory somewhere in the past few years. I didn't know any of this was a secret. Well, there you go. I mean, look, people did think it was a secret. That's all I'll say there. I don't really know myself because I don't look into amps things so much. I've never looked into who owns what amp companies, but there you go. I didn't know. I'm sure you have seen it somewhere. Some people I've heard say that as well, that it wasn't as big a deal. Like people kind of knew, or it was rumored and so forth. So yeah, it's not something I would have been looking into, so I have no idea. Dean says, yeah, KDH can play like a mofo. That's real. He can. He's a very good guitar player. I like him. I like when he plays some stuff. He's definitely a dude. I like the other guy in KDH videos. His buddy Glenn, I think, prefer the videos of them doing stuff. Glenn's a cool part of their channel as well. Yeah, absolutely. Martin says, his goal isn't to make drama. It's just to uncover the truth. Drama happens when people involved respond inappropriately. KDH doesn't even feed into that. He responds to that all fairly, with proof, said Marsha, public spokesperson for KDH and moderator of his YouTube channel. Just kidding with you, Marsha, but yeah. There you go. It's all about getting views on YouTube. That's all it is at the end of the day. Glenn says, Muddy, you live 100% rent-free in Dave's heart. Yeah. That's that 100%. I think. Anyways, let's roll on. Jess says, hi Marsha, good to have you back. It is good to have Marsha back in the chat. Of course it is. Money says, I'm a horrible guitar player. I'm not Irish, but I have a name associated with some Irish guy and some guy who built a zoo boat. Zoo boat. That might be interesting. I think he was Irish. Most people back then were Irish. According to some Irish people. Dean says, yeah, me too, Ryan. And Glenn is hilarious. They're bandmates. Glenn Bailey is hilarious. He's my favorite Glenn in the Chord Dave community. Step forward 6 more Glens who haven't spoken before. Stop making me blush, says Muddy H2O. Which is not true. He's constantly blushing. He can't stop blushing. It's just how he is. Dennis Ellis is here. Great to see you. Dennis says, hello, Chord Dave. Hey, everybody. Hope everyone is doing good. And Todd Moore is here. Great to see you. Todd says, sup, everyone. Hope all are well. Glad to be here. Glad to have you, Todd. Hope all is good with you, my friend. Yes, thank you so much for popping in. Victory's here, says, I'm late again. We'll forgive you. It's all good. Ryan says, Six String TV is trying to do the same investigative journalist thing, except he has far less interesting topics. I've never watched this channel, so I can't speak to that. But yeah, I'm sure he'll get there. YouTube is it's just about sticking with it. I'd keep going, even through the tough times. But if he's putting the work in, hey, I'm sure he'll get there, man. That's cool. But yeah, I've never really. I think I watched one of his videos, something like that. Richard says Glenn and Kevin are like Bill and Ted. That they should do a Bill and Ted inspired episode. That'd be fun. Hi Dennis, I enjoyed the jams you put out this week, said Glenn. Very cool stuff indeed. And Victory says, hello, Chord Dave. Hello, Victory. Yeah, absolutely great stuff to see all you folks coming back. each and every week. Love to see it. Muddy says, everybody in chat, please ask Dave what Les Paul is getting, and go. He does ask me that on a semi hourly basis. Wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, have you bought a Les Paul yet? Which Les Paul have you bought? Which one do you want? Are you buying it? I'm like, dude, I'm not buying one. I don't want a Les Paul, but he just keeps pummeling me with the question. So yeah, again, maybe this one, which is a 2015 Ocean Blue Les Paul Traditional, which is €2,000. But it's in the UK, so I'd have to pay import charges, because despite UK being the nearest country to me, it's not in Europe anymore. So that means it's awkward. Thanks for that, Brexit. Because I used to buy stuff from the UK all the time. It's a pain in the ass now. Anyways, Christian Benners here says, well, I just bought 2 Les Pauls. Well, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. If you like them, that's awesome. So super cool. Thanks for popping in, Christian. Great to see you. You bought them today. It's very cool. Todd Moore says, I always hit the like button before I say hello. It's a good idea, Todd. I like it. That way you know you've hit the like button. Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. Cushman NYC says, hey all, hey Dave. Great to see you, Cushman. Hope all's good with you. And maybe there's some Rolling Rock coming into the chat. I think usually that's where it pops in when you say it. Where is, I can't believe it. YouTube's just after dumping everything in on top of me once more. Anyways, where are we now? 10-15% off. That definitely hasn't. Oh man, am I this far behind? Jesus. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, I'm so far behind. All right, well, we've got an hour left. I have no idea if I can get through it all. Where the hell are we going back to? Seriously, all this? All right, sorry guys. I'm still trying to catch up on it. I don't want to go past. I just saw the words bacon double cheeseburger. That's not good. I mean, it is good, but it's going to make me hungry. Right, where are we now? Hey Dave. Hey Dave. Cushman, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm so far behind. Sorry guys. We've had a lot to talk about, so I hope I get through everything tonight. If we get to about past and we're still very far behind, I'll start to skip chat comments. So if you do have something important at that point, make sure you're tagging me or doing super chats if you want me to see it. Otherwise, I will call out what I do call it. I try to get through everything, but let's see how we get on. So great to see you, Cushman. Richard says, hey Dave, what blue Les Paul are you getting? One of them. At some point I will get a Les Paul. I did a wish list video on this, which is over on Patreon. If you guys want to sign up to Patreon, that does help the channel a lot. But I did a video a while ago about how I want to get a Les Paul this year, and I'm waiting to find the right one. I want to try a lot of different ones, a Gibson Les Paul or an Epiphone Les Paul, because you got to have an actual Les Paul in your collection, I believe. I know it's a guitar I won't play a lot, and I know it's a guitar that I'm not super into, because I love my SG and I love my Flying V and I love my Telecaster even that's there, and that even my Gibson DG335. It's actually still a very fun guitar to play, and I've got some ideas for things I'm going to put together and stuff. So I do like I like the look of the Les Paul, but playing it I think is like it's bottom of my list. So yeah, I don't know. You might be surprised. One of these days I'll pick up a nice Les Paul. But if you want to see my thoughts on which Les Paul I will buy, it's on Patreon. And that starts at just $3 per month. And you can check it out. So links are in the description of all the videos. But of course, you don't have to do that, because there's guitar wishlist videos on YouTube. And there's other stuff on YouTube too. Most of the things go up on YouTube. Anyway, that's all that's being said. Just before anyone says, oh, you have to pay for Patreon to get new videos. That's not the case at all. Just you get extra ones. Six String is also much younger than KDH and trying to find his way. He's very good for 17, or actually I think now 18-year-old. There you go. Watch out, Victory. KDH is coming after you. Good catch, Al. I didn't see that. Very good. And Victory says, today's my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Victory. I would sing happy birthday to you, but that's I'm restricted. I'm not allowed to sing happy birthday to anyone other than Jess's mom. So there you go. But happy birthday. I hope you have the bestest birthday. It's great when your birthday's on a Saturday, unless you work on Saturdays, in which case it's only, well, it's still good, but it'd be better if we didn't have to work. Anyway, that's me going off on a rant. Glenn says, Dave, what new color Les Paul will you be purchasing soon? Why do you guys take Muddy H2O's side and not mine? Why? This is like, it's like a mutiny or something. I don't know. But it'll be blue probably, Glenn, or green, or fuchsia. Who knows? Christian Bender says, I can't type. I bought 2 Les Pauls today. I have issues. Oh, we got you, Christian. All good, man. All good. 2 Les Pauls today, though. It's a good day. I mean, if I bought 2 Les Pauls today, I wouldn't be typing either. Matt from Bosch says, my knees hurt. What 3 pizza? I really want to get a pizza oven. We do need to start a food show on this channel because you guys are always making me hungry. It's pizzas. Chris and Coburgs come in doing barbecued ribs or something. All kinds of things happening. So there we go. Marcia says, we all have issues, Christian. You're in the right place. True. Issues. I mean, this is why, issues. Just got a set of Audio Technica M50X. Amazing headphones. Very cool, Ryan. Those are good headphones. Yeah, for sure. Victory says gratitude. And Christian, man after my heart, says Al. Al, of course, got himself a brand new Les Paul recently, which was very nice. And you can check out his Instagram and see it. Todd Moore says, the wife is a manager at Domino's. I hate pizza. Dude, how can you hate pizza? I don't care if you get too much pizza because of that. It's just too much to hate pizza. Cushman says, hey, I got my Rolling Rocks. Nice stuff. Cushman, glad to see it. And there's Chris from Coburg. Just sent bacon double cheeseburger. That's all. Dude. Jess says, who has the self-restraint to wait an hour for a pizza? Yes, that's correct, Jess. That is the correct response to that. Like, when it arrives or when you cook it, whatever, wait an hour? What's wrong with you people? There's some weird sounds outside. It's probably fine. Jess says, who has wait an hour for pizza? Yeah, we got that one. And Ryan says, Matt, I used to install them in restaurants and keep a broken one. I fixed it up and now it takes up half my backyard. Pizza ovens, of course. so very, very good. Matt says, Dave, pineapple pizza, do not rail this live chat. Yeah, we can't go there, guys. We can't. It's just not going to, it's going to go well. Scott says, do non-pineapple people think the Pineapple Pro people would put pineapples on just any pizza? Oh, let's not talk about it. Ryan says, depends on the pizza. Wood oven is the best. Domino's style is better after it sits. All right. Okay. Well, there you go. I still side with Jess there. I think we need to just dive into that pizza straight away, no matter what it is. That's just my personal pizza opinion. Victory, when Dave gets mostly done with the beer, he will get topless and sing happy birthday to you. Glenn, that's not true. Stop making people believe I'm going to get topless on the live stream. That rarely happens. It's just that one time. Christian says, I just got the red flame top. It's absolutely gorgeous. Very cool, Christian. Yeah, glad it's pleasing you. That's very cool indeed. Coachman said they're hard to find sometimes, Al. For Rolling Rock, of course. Todd says, Elon is a crackpot. Mars is a dead world. Why waste $1 billion on a big bottle rocket when you could change this world? I mean, he's just trying to escape this world. That's where all the fucking lunatics live. So I think that's the thing there. Matt Van Bosch, Ryan, I'm so jealous. Need a pizza oven in my garden. I mean, my garden's a mess, so why not? I'm not even hungry, but I really want a slice of pizza, says Jess. Yeah, see, this is what happens to me in the chat. You guys start talking about food, and here we are. This has been a pizza-heavy episode. I don't know why, but there you go. Al says, I might be interested in the Pelham Blue, but if I really want a coloured guitar, I'll buy a Fender. I prefer bursts. Nothing wrong with bursts. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's interesting that the difference in obviously there's a price difference in the wood they're using for the tops, but $200 price difference for a flame maple top. But yeah, well, I mean, look, hey, they have the bursts there as well. They have the traditional finishes and stuff. So those ain't going anywhere ever. But I get where you're coming from, Al, for sure. Richard says, I'm having a hard time staying away from the green LP with the natural back. It looks like it was almost like my dream custom build I have been saving for, or like the one Play and Trade gave away. Did they actually give it away? That's cool. I didn't think they'd got to the give it away point yet. That's awesome. Again, obviously have not been keeping up, but yeah, that's a very cool thing. I liked that guitar they were giving away. It's very cool. Yeah, the green one's nice. I really like it. So, Richard, it's tempting, both of those. At one point, I had the Pelham green in the basket and I was going to buy it. And another point, it was the Inverness green. So, there's another green guitar I have my eye on, though. So, I don't know. There's a lot of, I need like a lot of money. I need like to win a lottery or something. So, if anyone could arrange that for me. If you were able to fix lotteries for me to win, let's get in touch. We can figure that out. Andrew Collins says, I like the blueberry burst one. Very cool, Andrew. Yeah, I think that one's an interesting one because I'm not sure they've done a Les Paul in blueberry burst before. Again, they might have. I know they've done an Epiphone one in blueberry burst. I'm not sure if the Gibson has been in. It might have been, but I know they did the 335 in blueberry burst for a bit. But I definitely like it for sure. Rob F is here. Great to see you, Rob. Since first time viewer, the algorithm recommended your live stream, so something must be working. Oh, thanks, Rob. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you commenting and dropping in to see us. Glad it's your first live stream. So, we don't usually talk about pizza, just to be clear there. We do normally talk about guitars, music, and sometimes Steel Panther an awful lot more than we should. But that's just because of who we are. But thanks for joining us. Hope you stick around. Benny Larson here says, hey guys, great to see you, Benny. Hope you are well, my friend. And Chris McCobrick says, do those Les Pauls come in Fender? Possibly, we could check that out. I'm sure we could figure something out. And Steve Cassidy Guitar says, hello, apologies for lateness. First Saturday of gigs in Yonks. Great to see you, Steve. Hope you are doing well, my friend. And we must organize something. I know we were emailing there for a bit. We must get back in touch and sort something out. I've been super busy, so I haven't reached back out to you. Sorry about that. Let me see, who else have we got here in the chat? Where have we gone? Maybe I can get some. Treat yourself to Les Paul. You deserve it. Enough said. I mean, hey, some people aren't Les Pauls are not top of the list guitar wise, at the moment. At least for some people. For me. Let me see. Lots of people welcoming Rob F, which is great to see. Yeah, thanks for the welcome, he says, which is great. Okay, favorite pizza topics. No, we're not getting into best pizza topics. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Jess says, Matt, love bolognese on pizza. It's filthy. All right, you guys are getting a timeout, I think. Bolognese on a pizza. I have had that before. It's quite nice, actually. Formerly known as T says, prefer the modern Pelham blue color. It's got an ebony fretboard and other bits. I like the other bits. It's a beautiful looking guitar. I do think so. I do like the ocean blue was a lovely guitar though, wasn't it? It's just something about that one just sings to me a little bit more. But the Pelham blue is really, really nice. And you guys knew I would say that, but there you go. I quit guitar hoard collecting and went cold turkey. I can't sleep now. I collect turkeys. Victory. I like what you did there. Thanks for that. Gives us all something to contemplate. Ryan says, I like some of the new LP standards, but I love the new Supreme. The Trans Black is looking cool. I'll find out Wednesday when they actually arrive in shops. Yeah, it's not that far away, I believe. It's this month. I think they're ready to go pretty much. And I have a pretty interesting take on them already. The video Slash was playing them, which is interesting to see Slash with a USA model in his hands, because that's what I believe they are. But interesting stuff. If you want to see that Slash playing around with one. It's on the Facebook group. You can join our Facebook group. The links are in the description to all the videos, of course, and you can check it out. All the cool people in the group join the Facebook group and share pictures of guitars they're working on, what they're doing, and stuff like that. And they occasionally, the 3-Chord Dave fella posts stuff. Today I posted just a video of Slash playing his playing around in the Gibson factory with one of the new Les Paul Supremes. So you can check that out if you haven't seen it yet on the Facebook group. And also that's where I posted all the pictures of the Adam Jones, all the Adam Jones guitars. So they're in there if you want to go back a few months and see all of the, like what the next one will be, which is out, I believe, in October. End of October now, I guess they're doing, or maybe early November. Todd says the Useless Cows, that's going to be my new band's name. You can have that for free. That one is for free. The next band after that, though, if you name it after something in the chat, that's $3. Rich C says, hey all, been here a bit, just speaking up. Great to see you, Rich. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for dropping in to see us. And Rob F says, speaking of new Les Paul colors, Sweetwater had a Cherry Burst Studio saving for. Gibson stopped making for them. Was told it was due to the new colors. Oh man, that sucks. But yeah, sometimes they will do that. But you never know. They might just have a couple that they're saving because, like I was saying with the Adam Jones one that Jess is looking for, like Thomann had them live on the site today and then they've suddenly gone out of stock. They're not out of stock because they're not. They had a lot of them like last week, as far as I know. They haven't reduced the price or anything, so I'd be very surprised if they don't show up one or two at some point. But hopefully you'll get something like that soon, coming along similar or soon. Or maybe you can pick one up on Reverb. You might even get a deal on it. You never know. Or what's Sweetwater's secondhand? There's a gear exchange, something like that. They might have some in there that they just can't sell in their main store now. Worth checking out, something like that. You never know, but hopefully you get what you want. That'd be cool. D-Max here, great to see you. D-Max says, hey all, better late than never. That's what she said. I don't even, never mind. Anyway, Victory says, I thought I needed a lot of strings for those gobbles eat a lot. Yeah, you know, they do. You got to take care of them. Al says, I will be posting up my Epi 59 Les Paul for sale. I have 5 Les Pauls and I prefer the others. There you go, Al. You know, that's all. That's how it goes. Sometimes you gotta just move something else on because you got something new. That's pretty cool. I'm sure there'll be lots of takers for it. They're very cool guitars. Ryan says, I saw a lot of the new Gibson colors yesterday. The green one is the best to me. It's top 2 for me, I think, or maybe top 3. I do like it a lot. I like it a lot. Scott says Dr. Pepper is unhealthy, but it has doctor in the name. I'm suing Dr. Pepper for misleading me. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, you know, don't take my word for anything. Victory says I'm a slave to the Dr. Pepper. I mean, that's one way of doing it. Yeah, so the first time I had Dr. Pepper, I was in Texas in 1998. Went to visit family. And of course, when I came back to Ireland, we didn't have Dr. Pepper, nothing fancy. It was Coke or Diet Coke or Pepsi or Diet Pepsi. Those are your choices. Or Pepsi Max. That's what you had. So yeah, and then they brought Dr. Pepper. I don't even know if they still have it because it's not popular. Putting the name Pepper in a drink, people were like, what the... So anyway, I like it. But also, I like root beer, and people here apparently think it smells like a hospital, so they don't like it. But I like it, so I don't know what that says about me. But that's for another channel. So we've talked about pizzas and drinks now. Let's talk about guitars for a bit. I'm starting to prefer playing Strats to LPs. I'd still rather buy LPs though, says Ryan. I don't know. I think I can get where you're coming from. I think, look, it's whatever you play more, obviously you're going to feel more comfortable with, but Les Pauls, they have that very nice, like they're a nice guitar. They look pretty. So they do draw your attention a lot. Let me see, that says, There's a thing about, I'm not going to read that out because it relates to something. Anyway, it says, Al says, Dave, send a t-shirt to Phil McKnight. He will send you one of his. He might wear it on his live stream. I've been meaning to do that for a long time. Al, I keep forgetting to do it. Someone needs to remind me when I'm not on a live stream, which I don't know how you do it. But there you go. But yeah, I will definitely get a, I'll think about it. I'll try to do it. But yeah, Phil is cool. Anyways, Todd says, Dave, your award for greatest bearded beer drinking Irishman's 2-hour Saturday guitar chat is well deserved, and you win again next. You may win again next year. Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. Super cool. Actually, I won an award at a film festival once, and they never gave me the thing. They were like, we didn't get the award thing. It's going to be like ready in 2 weeks, and they never sent it. I'm kind of still pissed about it. I'm still friends with the people who ran the festival. They still have never sent me an award. That was 7 years ago. So Marcus, if you're watching, you owe me my fucking award, dude. He's not watching. It's fine. Jess says, Dave, I heard it from you. I'm getting ripped off. Damn it. Sorry, Jess. Sorry, Jess. Yeah, but those guitars are crazy expensive. I think they're... Anyway. And Matt Van Bosch says, so, Adam Jones, Les Paul, what is a realistic price if dealers are taking offers? It's a great question. I think these Epiphones are overpriced. The current range of signature Epiphones are overpriced by about $400 to $500 US wise. So just let's say in pounds as well, same amount. Likes the way Andertons very quickly were able to reduce that Dave Mustaine from $17.99 to $12.99, was it? Or $15.99 to $10.99? Whatever way it was, they were able to take $500 off that straight away, or relatively straight away. I think there's room. I think there's wiggle room on those guitars a lot, but that is a big discount. That's like what, 15 to 20%? 10 to 15, I'd say, is probably the range you will be looking at for a price on them realistically. But I think you're going to, because there's only 800 of the Adam Jones ones of each different one, maybe 100 to 200 is the best you're going to get off them. If you get 200 off, I think you're doing quite well. But if they brought them out at, I think if they left them at the original price of $12.99, if you can get them at that, that's what they should be. But good luck. And I still think they should have brought them out at like 1,000, but there you go. It's a whole other conversation to have over Epiphones. Take 10 to 15% off. I would offer 10 to 15% off anyway. So there you go. Rob F says, Ryan, I started playing 3 years ago with a Strat, added a Mustang with P90s, now saving for my first LP. That's a pretty decent collection all right there, Rob. And yeah, 3 years in, it's pretty good progression, to be honest with you. Good stuff. D-Mac says the Adam Jones Gibson Les Paul is the same price as the LP standard here in Canada. They're heavy, but play and sound great. Neck is cool and nice pickup config. The Gibson has the correct pickups as well. Like, I'm pretty sure one of the pickups in the Adam Jones is a Pro Booker, right? So there's the Pro Booker neck and the other thing, the Seymour Duncan one in the bridge. Or maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember the specs off the top of my head, but I just, at the same time, they come with the chainsaw case, which is very cool, and I like it a lot. So maybe that's worth that extra money. I don't know. Anyway, Mark Doolan says, only 6 guitars, Dave. You're doing well, mate. I am going into treatment for gas real soon. Yeah, Mark, Jesus, it's been rough because I have sold a couple of things that it hurts to get rid of. And I've contemplated selling other things. I'm currently contemplating selling some other things, guitars and non-guitar related stuff. But yeah, I know. But I've had a lot of guitars down the years, and they come and go. Sometimes I have more, sometimes I have less. But yeah, 6. Is it 6? I'm pretty sure it's 6. But there will be more by the end of the year. There's no doubt about that. Chris from Coburg says, why would anyone want to be a moderator? A mod, yes, but not a moderator. There you go. Marge says, Matt, is there a realistic price at this point? That's a great question. Probably not. Uh, there you go. Muddy says, Matt Van Bosch, I think if you call and haggle, you can get at the very least 10 to 15% off, which I think is what I suggested. So maybe Muddy H2O does implant thoughts into my mind. Who knows? Maybe this is all just Muddy's world and we're just kind of like living in it somehow. Scott says, I've never seen an LP top being carved. How's it done? What method and tools are used? Is it done by hand? Not anymore. Most of it's done by a CNC machine now. Most of that guitar building side of things, the carve and stuff like that. Used to be done by hand, but not anymore. Custom shops, I think they say do. I actually not 100%. Maybe the Murphy Lab do. I'm not sure, but the main USA stuff, as far as I'm aware, is CNC machine. Epiphones are all CNC machine. PRS make a lot of CNC. All their guitars with CNCs, I believe, as well, and Fender do. So there you go. But yeah, probably the custom shops are handmade still, but that's speculation. I'm not sure. Maneezer says, I'm not smart. I am paranoid. Trust no one. That's a very good rule. Trust no one, because everyone's up to something. Let me see. Right, is it just me, or does Rabia Massad appear to hate being in the Andertons videos? Maybe they don't pay him enough. I don't know. I haven't noticed. I haven't seen him in one lately. So, but again, not watching them lately a lot. So, maybe. Al says, Elmo gives great reviews. If you will tell you if a guitar is garbage and suggest you not to buy it. And that's what you want. That's the way to do it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not 100% on that channel myself, but yeah, that's very cool that they would do that. That's the way it should be. If something sucks, tell them it sucks. I found Andertons will slip in products they're affiliated with amps, pedals, guitars in vids such as shootouts when they didn't mention their association with some brands. More transparency now is cool. More transparency now going forward, I think, is cool. It'll work it'll be good for everybody. Let's see, my knees hurt says, Scott, they use CNC machines to carve LP tops. If you want to send hand carved tops, if you want to see hand carved tops, look up some handmade violins. There are people who do hand carved tops, but big companies use CNC. Yeah, because they get more done in relatively. Even small guitar companies are starting to use CNCs a lot more now. Rob F says, I think we're a few decades late when it comes to being a mod. Yeah, that's true. Victory says, yes, he's under contract he can't get out of. There we go. That would be something that you would be upset by. I would be. Let me see. Matt says, I agree, Andertons are good for content, but buyer beware. Do your research. I do agree. Marcia says, Dave, do free samples and special discounts have to be disclosed in social media posts by law in the UK? I'm just curious. The US is very strict with disclosure laws. I'm not from the UK, so I don't know, but I would imagine so. I think YouTube rules either way that you have to disclose if you've been sent something, or if it's an advertisement. A paid advertisement includes them giving you some sort of bonus for mentioning a product, or affiliate fees even. Like, you have to say those links are affiliate fees. They don't crack down super hard on it, but if somebody complains about you having links or something and not disclosing that they're affiliate links, then I believe YouTube can come down hard on you. YouTube sucks though, so whatever. But yeah, I presume in the UK they have laws saying that you have to, because I've seen British YouTubers have, talk about how they got in trouble for not disclosing stuff and things like that. But I think it's more strict in the US. Like, you can get hit with penalties retrospectively more in the US than you can in anywhere else in the world, I think. But yeah, in Ireland, we do have specific laws about it. And as far as I'm aware, if, like, for example, if O'Hara's were paying me to have this beer, which they're not, but if they were, and I didn't say it, then I can get in trouble. but somebody would have to report me, and somebody would have to, know the ins and outs of the deal I had with them and that sort of stuff. But anyway, O'Hara's Irish Stout. It's got a lovely taste, and I do enjoy it. I hope you're enjoying whatever you're drinking from O'Hara's. And O'Hara's, if you're out there, I'm available for sponsorships or advertisements. It's all good. Ooh, that's tasty. There you go. Anyways, that wasn't an ad. I was just playing with it. T says the interviews Lee does are very good. The Captain Meets, those are very good. I enjoy those a lot. Yeah, you can do Captain Meets Chord Dave at some point, maybe when I get to 100,000 subscribers. When I'm 75 years of age. Wow, this $200 guitar has blown my $3,000 guitar away. Every item that they review is the best thing ever. My knees hurt. That's exactly what a store will do if they're trying to sell something. Usually it's stores that do that sort of thing. Or paid stuff, yeah, for sure. Rock and Rob 2004 just said full stop. So great to see you, Rob. Thanks for joining us. I presume you had something else to say, so just do drop it in there. Anderton's is a store selling gear. I watch them for entertainment, not unbiased reviews. That's it, Rob. That's what you do exactly. And they make great content, great entertainment. I say that till I'm blue in the face. Victory amps. I'm more into victory pants. No idea what that means. Says my knees hurt. It's that time in the live stream where pants was bound to come up in some way or the other. Marcia says everyone in the US must disclose if they have a freebie or incentive, or if they post their opinions online, not just pro influencers. Even if you got a teeny sample in the mail or a taste of food at Costco. No, you don't have to do that here. Anyway, like if you're just saying, hey, I got this and here's my opinion on it. Yeah, no. If it's free or it's a sample or something, unless it was sent to you and like, hey, we're giving you this for free, check it out, and if you posted a video about it, that'd be cool. That even if it's free, in that point you've got to comment it. But yeah, if it's just like you picked up something, and yeah, you don't have to do that. I mean, I presume you would. You'd be like, hey, they gave this free sample of O'Hara's beer. They don't give out free beer samples as far as I'm aware. But if they did, that'd be cool. Leo Gibson does cool videos, often comparing various modelers, and uses his own data tests, e.g. latency, and just shows the results. Very cool at demoing this stuff accurately. Very good recommendation there, D-Mac. I'm not aware of that channel myself, but should have a look. And Leo Gibson, like the name. It's very, very cool. Let me see if we got anything else there to check out. So far behind still. It's just coming up to Muddy's second super chat. Third super chat. Okay, we're going along. Nice. I have a tiny spider hanging off the ceiling right in my face. Cute little spider. Take care of that spider. You never know. Victory says, I teach spiders to scuba dive and play harp for octopus. Okay. Glenn says, I was influenced to get an I Heart 3-Chord Dave tattoo because the YouTube channel said it would improve my playing. I'm you now, knees, trust no one. That does improve your playing, Glenn. I don't know what you're saying. You've never sounded better to me since you got that tattoo. Amazing. Anyway, good. Thanks for the support, by the way. Everyone should get one. I bought an Ibanez based on Henning's review, and he was bang on. Says Chris from Coburg. Henning makes great videos. Yeah, absolutely. Al says Elmo Carr, a Finnish guitar channel. Can't say or spell his name, but buys all guitars and he reviews and will trash bad guitars. That's cool. Yeah, I like the sound of that. That sounds like I think I have seen him actually. Now that you mention it, Finnish guy. That's how I would refer to him because that's how my brain works. Yeah, very cool. I will have to check that out for sure. Check it out a little bit more. DMAC says, yeah, Elmo's great. Very cool, very cool. And Glenn, that makes 3 now. It says Money H2O, and I just don't want to get involved. Victory says, easier than teaching baby seals Beatles tunes. Yeah, we're there. Marsh says Elmo can't say his own name. He says to call him that guy. You see, There you go. Matt from Bosch says, Dave, crypto, what are we doing? Where are we putting our moon money? Jesus, Matt, crypto. It's not a good week to talk about crypto. You know how it is. It's been one of those. Bitboy crypto has gone off the rails. Everyone's losing their minds. What happened recently is just frustrating. But the SEC is getting its ass kicked, and that's my favorite thing in the world. Um, December. I think December is going to be a good month, Matt. That's all I'm saying. I think we're looking to December. We're going to have a good time in December. And where are we putting our moon money? It's going, I mean, what, crypto? I'm keeping mine right where it is. It's begins with an X, ends with a P, and has an or in it. It'll go. When it goes next time, it's going to be big. What are we going to do with it? That's the question. Which I have plans for when it goes, but we'll see. Glenn says my 3 tattoos are that I can make any guitar sound like crap. I break for goth girls and I love 3-chord Dave. Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate that. At least 2 of those are related to my channel, so that's super cool. Benny says Elmo, and then I think he fell on his keyboard, right? I'm just kidding, Benny. Yes, Elmo Card. It begins with K. It's his surname, I think. Good stuff. Yeah, not even going to try. Glenn says, Scott, you were doing even... have you given any more thought to the greenie pickups? That's interesting, Scott, because, yeah, you were talking about putting them in something last week. An SG, maybe? Scott says, Dave, in Red Dwarf, Lister has a guitar. Do you know what it is? No. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. Let me see. Lister guitar. Haven't seen Red Dwarf in years. This is... stop it. I hate this thing. I have to accept that I want to go on this website. Lister's guitar. It looks like a Les Paul, does it not? As seen in various episodes, although his Black Electric authentic copy, Gibson Les Paul was his favorite, which he called Les. So I guess it's a Les Paul. There's an acoustic in some pictures from the show. What's this picture here? He is playing a... Oh, I see what you're getting at. It's a Les Paul copy of some kind, but it's not a... it's not a Les Gibson or an Epiphone. No idea, Scott, but a good catch. I haven't seen that show in so long, so like probably 30 years. Maybe not that long. I was an older teenager when it was on, I think. So yeah, but that was a fun show. My friend and I used to enjoy singing the theme tune to that. I can still recite, but again, no singing unless it's Rosie's birthday. Marcia says, yes, Benny, impressive that you spelled his name correctly. A+. I think A++, to be quite honest with you. Rob F says, I hate commenting on my phone. Well, hey, Rob, we appreciate you and your effort. So that's cool. As phones are a pain. I always send messages to important people with typos. So yeah, and then I feel bad. So there we go. No. And then I try to correct them and then I look terrible. Anyway, just feel free to we'll figure it out. It's all good. Don't worry about typos or anything like that. It's all good. We'll get you. Glenn says, I bought a Black Mountain Picks Asteroid pick, 3 picks in 1. It's brilliant. I recommend you research them. Thanks, Glenn. I'm sure that sounds cool. You should make a video about it and show us about it and like be unbiased because I would be interested to find that out. Rob says, I find channels run by gear builders and gear techs. Those ones are fun for sure. Glenn says, I stopped following Peach because of the Colin incident. Me too, actually, at the time. Scott Bogfoot says, Glenn, I thought, yes, money is non-existent here lately. Though money is non-existent. There you go. Oh, yeah, I remember that happened to Colin not too long ago. It was a bit of a surprise that he had a problem with Peach. They were kind of rude about it with him as well. So that's when I stopped looking at them. I saw Peach and Colin had a bad transaction, but I've had 4 really good transactions with Peach. That's good to hear, Matt. I always like that indeed. Victory says Crimson Guitar Bills. I like Crimson's channel. I've bought some of their stuff in the past as well. Some of their stains and stuff like that, which are good quality products. So I like them. I like watching their stuff. Peter Gettins says, happy new guitar day to me. I finally bought my lifetime dream guitar this afternoon. Gibson Les Paul Standard 50s and Heritage Cherry Sunburst from PMT in London. I am in heaven. Very cool, Peter. Yeah, Heritage Cherry Sunburst is a great color to have any guitar in, particularly a Flying V, which is what I have. But a Les Paul Standard 50s in that color is very cool as well. And happy new guitar day to you, sir. And thanks for dropping in. Thanks for telling us about it. Benny says, me being Nordic probably makes it a bit easier for me to quickly check on YouTube. Indeed, Benny, indeed. But yeah, I'm still not going to pronounce that name because I would butcher it and you would hate me. So I apologize for not being able to pronounce it. Mark says, I was wondering if Colin ever dealt with them before, or was it his first experience? That's a good question. I don't know. Jess says, Connor at Peach gives very good service and great cups of tea. All right. Well, there we go. Connor getting the thumbs up from Jess there. So maybe I could visit Peach and ask them for a cup of tea and see and then review the tea. That would be an interesting video. Maybe any of you guys who live in the Peach area could come down. We could all test guitars together. And I'd bring Colin and he'll bring his guitar that they scratched and there we go. That's what we're going to do. Oh man. Colin, if you're out there, let's do it. Let's go to Peach Guitars together and see how much we can cause trouble. Matt van Bosch says, I get customer service is all about how you deal with bad experiences though. Peach did seem to leave guitaristas out to dry. They did. Some companies just do that. It's that one person you're dealing with has handled it badly, and then they get a bad review in their monthly reviews that month, and then they move on. They're like, don't do that again, but they never sort the customer out properly. Having worked through customer service at a lot of companies, big companies, I think that's what happens a lot. Sometimes you just get bad experience. It could be just that person had a bad day. They're back from their lunch break and it went badly, and then they're on your account, so your interactions keep coming back to them, or they're in charge of dealing with you and they just don't deal with it properly, just that one time. So hopefully that's all it is, but definitely it wasn't a good interaction, that one. And actually I found myself recently, not too recently, but one time looking at a guitar on Peach and being like, I can't buy from them because of Colin. So that's part of my personality. You mess with my friends, then I don't do business. But it's good to hear some of you guys have had good experiences with them. That is nice, and that they make a nice cup of tea. This shall be tested. Marcia says the DG335 Chibson video looks like it did nicely. Yeah, it did okay. Let's find out how okay. It definitely, because bear in mind I hadn't posted in about a month before I posted that video, so I was happy with its result. It did, 3,500 views, which is in 9 days and 3 hours. So that's not too bad. Could do with a few more likes on that video, by the way. If you hadn't liked it, just go back and like it. That'd be great. But very cool stuff indeed. Matt says the Victory Dr. Pepper is the business. It's up there. It's up there for sure. They did change the recipe long ago, says Victory. Yeah, I bet they did, because it was too good. Marcia says to Peter, enjoy that dream guitar. Sounds amazing. I'm sure it does. Muddy says, my issue with the Peach/Colin is they tried to get him to believe they call come scratch. What? They all come scratch like that. It's the finish Gibson uses. Yeah, that's exactly it. It was kind of, you should know this. It was really bad how they handled it. Makes me believe they have used that line to less educated buyers in the past. Not cool at all. That isn't cool. Exactly. I must actually ask Colin what happened, beyond the video. Maybe he's done an update and I haven't seen it. But yeah, it definitely wasn't a very cool one. Rob says, I don't want to watch channels with drama or controversy. Oh man, I got news for you. Sometimes we do controversy around here. Sometimes we get in trouble with Gibson and all the time because I leak their information on them and they don't like when we do that. That's controversial and drama. Cesar telling me I'm wrong when I'm right. You know what you did, Cesar. You know it. Glenn says, me too, Rob. I just want decent gear content. And yet he comes back to this channel time after time. So I don't know why you're here, Glenn, but we love you. I agree with that, Muddy. If they tried that on Colin, other people likely have heard the same. My niece says, pizza's in the oven. I have an entire onion on it, caramelized. That is beautiful. Victory says, Chord Dave is a consummate professional. I mean, I've been called worse things. Consummate, yeah, definitely been called worse. In all of my professional roles, including YouTube and beyond. But there we go. Oh, sorry, let me just fix this because one thing has fallen out of my view that I should never let fall out of my view. There we go. All right, cool. Let me see. I say I avoid drama. Drama is to be avoided. Scott says, if chat gets too overwhelmed, Dave may not get out all the comments. If it happens, you can tag your comments with @3Chord Dave to help ensure the comments get read out by Dave. Indeed. Try it. Although I think we've got, 12 minutes? It's either going to refresh a buttload of comments on me right now, or there's not that many. So I think we might be really far behind still. So let's see how it goes. Let me see. Where are we now? Okay, and then Matt says, that said, I have had my good experiences with Peach, which is great. I've only had good experiences with Peach. That's good. Yeah, I knew they were going to do that. Look, all those. It's after dropping in a shitload of comments. I see Batfink's in there somewhere, so let's make sure to get to his comments. All right, where are we? So many. All right, yeah, so I wasn't anywhere near the old bottom of the chat. There's 12 minutes to go. I'm going to have to try and get through these best I can. Crimson guitar builds. I know we went through that already. My issue with Colin. Yep, there we go. All right, I think I'm catching up. Consummate professional. I like it. Al says, gotta run, supper's ready, see you all. Take care, Al. Thanks so much for dropping in. It's always great to have you here with us. Buglip says, I'm late but present. That's good. We appreciate you. And great to see you, Buglips. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Mar says, I hear that, Rob, but if it's done in the spirit of trying to help people in the guitar community make informed decisions, I think they're important. Again, she's representative of the channel, so just be on the lookout there. Just kidding with you, Marcia. We love you a lot. Scott Bugfoot, I only made it because I ran into your mom and she gave me a ride with my pile of chickens. That's a story. Marcia says, silly Brexit screwed a lot of stuff like shipping, and it did. And it doesn't. It's just a pain. But there you go. You gotta do what the people vote for, and that's what they voted for, in unison. Not everybody, obviously, but the people. There was more people voted for it than didn't vote for it, and then now we all gotta pay extra shipping and extra taxes and stuff. It's a pain. But hey, I'm not going to get into it. Dennis Ellis says, thanks for watching, Glenn Bailey. Rock on. Yeah, very good. I'll quite happily join you in flip Brexit. 3 days for spare parts for my CNC machines. Cheers. 3 days is not the best, but it could be worse, right? It could be worse. We had chickens growing up, ate the eggs, then chopped the heads off and ate the meat year after year. I mean, that's a fun childhood. Anyways, T says, duck to tribute, go for the standard or the modern or even a custom shop. I mean, there's nothing wrong with tributes. They're fine. They're fine guitars. Because I stole it from the drum thing. I don't know. I started a YouTube channel, that chicken thing. and steal your idea. I don't know, man. So don't steal Scott's ideas because they're so unique that it can only be his. Um, Rob says, Marsha, I thought his Anderton's video were well researched and well done. I'm not always in the mood for that style of video. Good stuff. Farm to fryer, cluck to sizzle, says Victory. Three Chord Dave Irish jig would be nice. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I wish I had that skill and ability for you. But I'll be dreaming of doing an Irish jig just for you. Yeah, that's the best I can do for now. D-Max says, an Epi Les Paul Modern in faded Pelham Blue is a given for Dave. No. I like the Les Paul Modern. I think it's a cool little thing. Faded Pelham Blue is a nice color. I do like it. I just don't know if that's the Les Paul for me. I'd probably only add one Les Paul to my collection, like one Epiphone or Gibson Les Paul. So I have to make sure it's the right one. I've bought several in the past, not dug them, so sent them back or returned them or sold them on or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of testing to come with Les Pauls down the next, maybe I'd say give it a year, unless I just find one I'm like, this is the one. So you never know. I have some ideas what I would like my perfect Les Paul to be. Under £8 is probably one of the things I want. It's just going to be hard to find a good one that's under £8, but you never know. But yeah, we'll see. Scott says, Dave, ever watch Epic Mealtime? Yes. Yes, I did. I used to watch it all the time. Not in a long time, let's be honest, but definitely it was a fun show for a while. Scott says, yeah, didn't know if that was true or not. Nerves, I guess. Nothing gruesome about food as long as it's respected along the way. Domino's is not pizza, says Cushman NYC. I'm not getting into that debate. Ryan says, I hate the feeling of biting into a piece of pineapple on pizza. It tastes nice, but would work better blended into the sauce. Kebab and pineapple is a good pizza topping, says Benny. I couldn't possibly comment, but I'm not going to argue with you. I think I wouldn't turn it away. Glenn says, Dave, you sound like the sound you heard was the pizza delivery I called for your for you. Damn, there goes the goth delivery girl mad now. No, it's like fireworks or something. Unless they were trying to get my attention. Ryan says, Jess, it's easy to wait an hour for your pizza when you get chicken wings and breadsticks to eat first. There you go. I mean, I suppose. I don't know. What brand does the best burst finish in your opinion, says Scott? PRS. I think do really good bursts at the minute. Cushman says, is Dave getting a Les Paul? I'm fighting the urge to get one, I would say. Ryan says, Heritage, I'd say. It's a great shout from Victory and Ryan. Yeah, Heritage do some I saw a beautiful one this afternoon. Very, very nice from Heritage. Yeah, they're very good at what they do. And I like that they're in the old Parsons Street factory as well. That makes it kind of very cool. But you want to make sure that's what you want. I don't know if it is. I'm liking the looks of the Supreme I saw Slash playing today, says Glenn. Yeah, I've got something that I'm going to drop. As soon as they release the Supremes, I got something I want to put out, but which I think is hilarious, but relating to the new headstock inlay thing. I don't know if they've done this on purpose or not, but let me just say, I think you're all going to think it's funny. Anyway, wasn't there a HP LP Blueberry burst around 2016 or something? You could be right, Marsha. You could be right. I just can't remember seeing it in Gibson. But yeah, possibly the HP Les Paul, because I always forget about those. They did some funky colors in those ones. So yeah, you were probably right. I took for granted you meant traditionally, says Victory. Yeah, they've done Blueberry several times. I know. Oh, all right. Well, maybe I've just completely forgotten about them. That is very true. I discovered vanilla pudding in chocolate chip cookies makes them better. I just gotta move past that. Glenn says, Cushman, Dave is getting an LP. He's just stuck on what color and eating money. Small issues. Yeah, I mean, you know. It's you know, it's all good. 335s, 339s, and then LP of all sorts for the Blueberry burst. I just don't recall seeing a Gibson Blueberry burst. I've seen the others, yeah, for sure. and I've seen the Epiphone Blueberry Burst. I don't know. I must have missed them somewhere along the lines. I'm sure you're 100% right. I can't recall them. Maybe I gotta say, I don't like that finish personally. So I'm not, that's probably just been ignoring it. So that's why. So let me see. Anyway, where we're going to have to skip through a few because we only have a few minutes left, guys. So I'm going to try and dig out some of the good stuff if I can. Not, they're all good stuff, but let me see. Steve Cassidy guitar says, have you ever tried a Gretsch? I got a bad case of Gretsch gas at the minute. I haven't played a Gretsch in a long time, but some of their new stuff is looking very nice and they're reasonably priced. So yeah, I'd love to check some out. It's getting very tempting. Some of the stuff that they have out now is really, really cool. So I would say that for sure. Ryan there says, I have had a white Penguin, but sold it. They look and sound cool, but play like an antique. So there you go. I mean, sounding cool and playing cool. That's what you want. Marcia says, damn, okay, gotta go for real. It's been nice hanging out for a bit. Not sure I'll be back home, but I'll try to pop in again if the timing works while kids are napping. Thanks for dropping in, Marcia. Great to see you. And all the best with the stuff going on there. Hope you do get to, get some nap time yourself. Glenn says, I played a few Gretsch, but I've never owned one. I did like the ones I played. They seemed good on the necks. I felt comfortable, which is nice. Victory has got a cheapo Gretsch. It's a good player. Very cool. And Scott says, Duo Jet Chevron tailpiece are awesome. Ryan says, I hate Bigsby's, absolutely useless. So many tuning issues, which is why I can't wait to get one and get ravished on YouTube for being terrible at using one, because that's what happens. Ryan says, I had a 58 style Penguin, but would like to try the 59 style hardtail, which would be cool. Steve says, Ryan, the Penguin is very appealing. I like the Duesenberg Goldo trim as opposed to Bigsby's. I'm kind of afraid of Bigsby's, but I will get one at some point. Scott says, Dave, do Ireland have A&W restaurants? I know the UK doesn't. No, we don't. Not that I know of anyway, but no. I've been thinking of trying Drop C with 10s on my Rat Nasty telly to see what it sounds like. I'd say it'll sound interesting. Sure. T says, oh no, I didn't think the Supremes were coming out this year. They're coming very soon. I believe the announcement anyway is in September. I like the looks of Bigsby, but I'm not sure I would. The hassle I hear that come from them. And Ryan says, Steve, there's a few good brands with similar aesthetics that play much better than Gretsch. D'Angelico is a good one. D'Angelico makes some pretty guitars as well. They really do. Seeing someone playing some D'Angelico that's really nice and they're a really good player, it just makes it, I don't know, they just look classy and cool. I like them. Anyways, but there you go. It's all good. What else have we got? I tried one of the Brighton Deluxe and the Atlantic. Beautiful stuff, really well made. Even the Premier line is awesome too. James Severance here says, hey, Chord Dave, my Irish brother. Great to see you, James. Hope you are well, my friend. Dave, you make it this far. Thanks for another great stream. Says, a good stream. Sorry, upgrading it to great from good there. Glenn. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate that, my friend. It's super cool of you to say so. Victory says, I got the Premier. It's a lot less money. I found an acoustic elect for $200 because it was a white. Nobody likes a white acoustic. No comment. Anyone here play mandolin? Do an F sound different than an A? Are there any tenor or soprano or just different body styles? I have no idea. There you go. T says, I predict we see KDH turning into Columbo right before our eyes. Just one more thing. Yeah, absolutely. Badfink 2 is here. Says, greeting rock and roll marsupials. Great to see you, Badfink. Hope you're well, my friend. I'm glad I got your comments in before the end of the show, which is just coming up very quickly. Even though the guitar is cut and routed with CNC, there are still lots of hand sanding. The difference in the guitar costs include the amount of hand time. Yeah, you're 100% right. The bodies generally get cut out with CNC. That's about it as far as I'm aware. The necks as well, I suppose. But yeah, there's still a lot to do hand-wise. True, Rob, they still do some hand sanding on the necks. It is I, Justin Hawkins, Badfink. Justin, you're not supposed to tell everyone your true identity. Uh, Ryan says, I think he'll start rocking a beige trench coat soon. Um, you know, Leo is great, though a bit hard to understand that Italian accent, but an excellent player. Are we that far behind in the chat? Oh man. Scott says, thanks for everything, Dave. At this point, I don't think you'll get this far down unless you go for a third hour. Oh man, I can't do a third hour, but but thanks, Scott. I do appreciate it, and it's always great to have you there working and kicking out the bad folks. Nella says, Nella's here. Great to see you, Nella. Why didn't I see you before? Because that's why. Thanks anyway for dropping in, Nella. Great to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And let's see, have I got anyone else that I've missed out on the chat today, or anything else that's, gonna make me stick around for the next hour? So let me see. We got Scott. We got Bugfoot. Is that the last comment? It is. Glenn says, you're not late, Vincent. Dave's an hour behind in chat. So Vincent Doyle has dropped in, which is great to see you, Vincent. Thanks, man, for dropping in to see us. Always good to see you. And yeah, I was way behind in chat, because that's what happens when you get me talking. Just won't get through all the comments. So we'll have to maybe come up with a system again if we're going to get super busy. All right, guys, listen, thank you so much for joining me. As always, it's been super fun chatting about all kinds of things. Pizza, peach tea, or well, peach guitars and their tea, and all kinds of things. But it's been fun. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been great. Should have another video out early this week, so keep an eye out for that. There's videos on Patreon as well and all that. If you haven't seen them yet, do sign up and watch them. Why not? Sure, you get a free 2 weeks, so you can sign up for free and watch them. And what else am I going to do? I don't know, something else. Anyway, it's time for me to go to bed, but for you, I'll be back with another guitar related video very soon. But until then, take care.